Matrics at SAHETI School are pleased with their results despite facing a tough academic year amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The Independent Examinations Board recorded a 98.07% matric pass rate for 2020. Now, this is a slight drop compared to the previous year's 98.82%. Joining me now in studio is matriculant Sinazo Mthethwa, who is one of the top achievers at the school. Sinazo, absolutely astounding. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
So did you know you achieved an overall of 92.6%, an overall score, right?
My average was 90%, 90.1%.
90.1%.
Yes.
Now, have you always been pretty much of a straight A student?
Not really. I mean, I don't consider myself one of those naturally smart people. So all I have to do really is just work really, really hard and just study. Yeah.
And which was your best subject? Look, you got 100% for mathematics.
Oh, that was Sophia.
Oh, that was Sophia. All right. Well, how did she even manage to do that?
Well, hard work, definitely, and dedication. She really worked hard.
She worked really hard on that.
Yes.
So for you, what were the challenges of actually having to study during a pandemic, and how was your year disrupted because you couldn't actually go to school for parts of the year?
Yes, it was obviously tough having to adjust from in-person teaching to having to do everything online. And for me at home, the situation was that I didn't really have a private place to study, so I had to study at the dinner table, and my mom was working there as well, and all of that, yeah.
And how did you manage with the online studying? Because some students found that to be a bit of a challenge, the issues of data and all of that.
Well, I was in a very lucky position because at home we, of course, had uncapped Wi-Fi, so I didn't have any connectivity issues in that way, and I view myself in quite a privileged position as compared to other matrics during the pandemic.
Now, here's another privilege that you enjoy. I'm going to read this out. You have been named a Commendable Achiever by the IEB, ranking within the top 5% of IEB candidates nationally in 5 or more subjects. What does that mean for you? Is it something that you were hoping to achieve?
Quite honestly, I was just hoping to achieve full house distinctions. And when I went onto the school website and I saw these achievements listed there, I kept refreshing it because I couldn't believe that I achieved that. So I'm quite humbled by my achievements.
And so what are your plans moving forward?
Well, this year I'm planning to study actuarial science at the University of Cape Town.
Have you been accepted already?
I've been provisionally accepted, and I'm just waiting for the 25th to find out if it's official.
All right. And as far as the financing, are you going to get a scholarship, or how's that going to work?
I have received a bursary for my studies, so I'm very happy for that.
And why that choice of profession for you?
Well, I've always considered myself a person who loves maths ever since I was a small girl, and really coming to SAHETI School for high school and doing advanced program mathematics from grade 10 just really helped blossom my love for mathematics because because I guess I enjoyed more of the complex topics.
So break this down for me. You know, there's maths literacy, which is not what you're doing. Advanced program mathematics, what does that entail?
Well, I like to view it as in maths core, which is a subject that most people do, and I do as well, is they teach you how to do it, whereas in advanced program mathematics, you have to kind of explore the why, and it's more of a problem-solving subject.
So there are some matriculants who are starting off the academic year now. What type of advice would you give to them if somebody's looking at you and says, I want to be a Sinazo, come this time next year, I want to be sitting on that chair and I want to be one of the top achievers? What advice would you give them?
Well, I would say to them that they should work hard, but not too hard. Find some time to relax. Obviously, you must know when to push to work and you must know when to rest. Because if you work too hard and you don't rest, you are going to burn out.
And what does burnout feel like? Have you ever experienced it?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Towards the end of finals, I would say the last week of finals, I was completely burnt out, just fatigued. Concentration levels were quite low. So it's not a position that you want to be in. So I would say just find a balance for yourself.
And how do you find your balance?
Well, I like to diversify how I spend my time. So I wouldn't just sit down and study straight for like the whole day, you know. I would go outside, maybe go for a run or do whatever really to keep me busy.
All right, well, we wish you all the best in your future career.
Thank
and
you.
Congratulations. You've done, I guess, your school proud and you're doing the nation proud. So
Thank
may
you.
you just keep going. Really, really awesome work.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
But actually, let me ask you this. For those who want to get into mathematics, because it really seems to be a challenge for many young people,
Yes.
what tips would you give to them? How do you capacitate yourself in the area of mathematics so that you're not intimidated by it as a subject anymore?
Well, my advice would be that you should practice mathematics as often as possible because you really get better at it the more and more you practice it. And also what improves students a lot is by practicing a lot of relevant past papers because you also get to see how the questions are asked and then you'll be more comfortable in the actual exam to perform your best because I believe maths is a confidence thing and if you're really not confident then you're not going to do well.
Have you ever failed anything in your life?
I don't remember. I don't think I've ever failed, but to me, I hold myself at a bit of a higher standard. So to me, a failure is a bit higher than the standard failure.
And how do you get to that point where you set that benchmark for yourself?
I don't know really. I think in high school, I actually received a bursary from SAHETI. So I guess the bursary motivated me to uphold a certain standard and it ended up benefiting me in the end.
Wow. Yeah. So proud.
Thank you.
Well done. Wow.
Thank you.
Well done to you. That's Sinazo Mthethwa, top achiever, over 90% overall. Now that is a feat. That is a feat worthy of celebration. Congratulations to you, your family, and your school as well.